Mutiny on the high seas is a dramatic and treacherous event that has occurred throughout history. In this video, we will take a look at the story of the mutiny on the HMS Bounty. This incredible story will show the dangerous conditions and the harsh realities of life at sea during these times, and how desperate sailors were pushed to rebel against their superiors. These mutinies were not only a challenge for the authority on board, but also affected entire naval and trade operations. Join us as we delve into the true tales of rebellion and survival on the high seas. One of the most famous mutinies in history is the mutiny on the HMS Bounty. The HMS Bounty was a British naval ship that set sail in 1787 under the command of Captain William Bligh. The ship's mission was to transport breadfruit plants from Tahiti to the West Indies in the hopes that they could be used as a cheap food source for slaves. The journey was long and difficult, with the crew facing harsh conditions and enduring a great deal of hardship. Tensions between the crew and Captain Bligh began to rise, and eventually, a group of sailors led by master's mate Fletcher Christian decided to overthrow Bligh and seize control of the ship. On April 28, 1789, the mutiny occurred while the ship was sailing in the Pacific Ocean, close to the Tonga Islands. Captain William Bligh and the 18 sailors who were loyal to him were set adrift in a small boat with little supplies. They managed to navigate over 3,600 miles across the Pacific Ocean to the Dutch colony of Timor in what is now Indonesia. The journey took them 47 days, during which they faced various challenges such as storms, lack of food and water, and hostile natives. When they arrived at Timor, they were able to find help and eventually returned back to England, where Bligh testified against the mutineers.
The court considers it has obligation to add comment to its verdict. By the force of evidentiary conclusions, you, Captain William Bligh, stand absolved of military misdeed. Yet officers of stainless record and seamen voluntary all were moved to mutiny against you.
As for the mutineers, they sailed the HMS Bounty to a remote island in the Pacific, now called Pitcairn Island, where they settled and established a colony. They burned the ship to avoid detection, and they lived there for many years. The island was far from major shipping lanes, and it was not discovered by any European ship until 1808. The mutineers were accompanied by a small number of Tahitian men and women, who were taken from Tahiti and brought to the island with them. These individuals were not mutineers, but they were taken by force by the mutineers and were forced to join them on the island. The colony on Pitcairn Island was a small and isolated community, and the arrival of these individuals from Tahiti greatly affected the island's population. The relationships between the mutineers, who were mostly men, and the Tahitian men and women, who were mostly women, were complex. Some intermarried and had children, and the island's population grew. Living on the remote island was challenging for everyone, and the colony struggled to survive. They had to build homes, grow food, and find a way to make a living in this new and harsh environment. The community was also plagued by conflicts, both among the mutineers themselves and with the Tahitians they brought with them, who were not happy to be there. Most of the mutineers, led by Fletcher Christian, eventually died on the island. Some were killed in conflicts with other mutineers, and some died from diseases. Only one mutineer, John Adams, was able to survive and live on the island until his death in 1829.
3, 4.
The British authorities eventually found out about the mutineers' location and sent a ship to capture them. However, when they arrived at Pitcairn Island, they found that most of the mutineers were already dead, and the remaining ones were pardoned. The story of the mutiny on the HMS Bounty is a story of adventure, survival, and a reminder of the harsh conditions of life at sea during the 18th century. The mutiny on the HMS Bounty is remembered as one of the most well-known mutiny in history, and its story has been retold in books, movies, and other forms of media. The event happened during the Age of Sail, a time when ships were the primary means of transport across the seas, and the harsh conditions and the long journeys could lead to a lot of tension and conflicts among the sailors. Thank you for watching, and until next time.